I'm going to cycle to the lab today because after lectures we're going to see the garden that our group project is based around. Get some supplies for the garden. So this is Mattingley Hall. I hope this isn't the garden, it's a bit boring.
Well, Violet is a pretty girl. Her legs are long and her hair is curled, and her smile's been known to make grown men go stupid. But if you look,
So these weeds are from a donation.
find out where that lady's been, you'll be sure to stay the hell away from Cupid.
Violet wants it her way or the highway, but she'll never stay, she's on her way, Violet's going home.
We're back in time when the story began, and Violet
This is a
found
nice place,
herself
just
a man
completely
who would
deserted,
drive the bus.
except for the cars.
Well, she got bored of being adored and decided
That's an
that
interesting
the spine was
tree
covered.
design.
She kicked that guy
Again,
right
like a
out of the
rabbit.
ground.
Then a tree on a tree, a duck or a bird, and I don't know what that thing on the end is meant to be. Pubs have stopped serving food, so we're going to have our business meeting in the classy setting of McDonald's. So I've had 3 lectures, then a really long cycle to the garden, and all the way back to a couple of pubs that didn't serve food anymore. So then we went to McDonald's and then St John's to talk about the project a bit more. Now I've just been to Sainsbury's because we're going to make dinner tonight. And I'm shattered. We made pasta for dinner and there's some left, so I'm just going to eat that now. Dinner's done, everything is washed up, I'm really tired, I need to go to bed, but first I need to pack because I'm going on a little trip tomorrow, and then I'll get some sleep. And I'm afraid nothing much else happened in the few days that this vlog is about, but make sure you watch next week's vlog because I'm going to Bath, so that's going to be really fun. But I've been waiting for a short vlog like this so I can use the extra time to show you what I found at the computer lab. So I found some printouts and leaflets. We have working safely with display screen equipment, desktop and general advice, and laptops, no cost computer tips for avoiding RSI, and safe use of display screen equipment, and pipettes and microscopes, because everybody is frequently using these things together. So I thought you might benefit from some useful advice on avoiding RSI and such. So let's maybe start with the general advice, the desktop. So for you in front of your CRT at home there, a lot of stuff about why it's important to have good posture, blah blah blah. Some things that stood out. The mouse. Alternate the side you use the mouse and use keyboard shortcuts where possible. Keyboard shortcuts, yeah, fair enough, but alternate the side you use the mouse? Does that mean like every now and again you swap hands with the mouse? You can't do that. Consider software to reduce clicking. What even is software to reduce clicking? Clicks for you. So that's enough desktop advice. Let's move on to laptops because I have a laptop. See what it tells me. Same stuff, introduction, risk assessment, don't care. Some risks that can result from using a laptop. Using laptops can result in high risk of poor posture, fair enough. The need for more frequent breaks. Manual handling risks, or like I'm going to jam my fingers in the laptop. Use in unsuitable environments. Using a laptop can result in use in unsuitable environments. Yes, I suppose it could. I have the freedom to take my laptop anywhere, and I could take it to an unsuitable environment. I don't think that's the laptop's fault though. More so with this next one. Using laptops can result in a risk of theft and assault. So if you have a laptop, be careful, you might get assaulted. I've had lots of people over the last 5 years asking me for advice on buying laptops. We have some here. When choosing your portable DSE/laptop, portable display screen equipment, more commonly known as a laptop, choose one which is as lightweight as possible, 3 kilograms or less, as large a screen size, 14-inch or more, reasonable, a tilt-adjustable keyboard. Yes, so don't go choosing a laptop without a tilt-adjustable keyboard, a detachable or height-adjustable screen. I know you can get like screens the ones that rotate and flip round, it becomes a tablet, or I think there's like one where you can take the screen off. A height adjustable screen, you can't adjust the height of the screen on a laptop. A touchpad or rollerball input device rather than a track point nipple. You don't want nipples on your laptop, on your portable DSE. One with a long battery life, a lightweight non-branded carrying case or a backpack. Because I guess if you have a branded carrying case, this can result in a risk of assault if somebody doesn't like the brand. Again, take breaks every 1 minute. Rest eyes by looking into the distance. So I think that's enough of those. Let's move on to safe use of display equipment and pipettes and microscopes. For all of those times when you're using a microscope, a pipette and a laptop and you're in an unsuitable environment or something, you get an RSI from using your pipette. Here it labels parts of a chair for you, as though you've never heard of a chair before. Then it has a picture of a spine. It is wrong to have a deformed spine. Get a footrest, get a keyboard, which is tiltable. They love these tiltable keyboards. This is not a thing you can buy. Mini keyboard. Surely that's a bad thing. I assume there was once like a talk to go with this presentation. Maybe I'm missing a lot of context from this one. Again, with the non-branded cases. And when you have your laptop, avoid unsafe areas. Like normally you would avoid unsafe areas, and they think when people have a laptop they suddenly feel invincible, and they need to tell people, no, just because you have your portable DSE, you can't go to unsafe areas. Then we move on to pipette work, so we need the same ergonomic principles as the portable DSE advice. Then microscopes, what is this even? So I think you're going to be okay with pipettes and microscopes, to be honest. So let's move on to some no-cost computing tips for avoiding RSI. So it's good to be no-cost. So to make the mouse easier to use, that's the first bit of advice. No-cost advice is to just make it go slower, make the cursor slower. Number 2, avoid using the mouse as much as possible. And then it tells you how to set up some keyboard shortcuts. Number 3, adjust your screen. Go to Control Panel and go to Display then Settings. Under Screen Area, move the slider to the right to 800 by 600. It says this allows you to fit far more information on your screen. So if you can't see enough on your screen, change the resolution to 800 by 600. Number 5, avoid unnecessary keystrokes. So all those times when you just unnecessarily press a key, stop doing that. And it talks about autocorrect. This is terrible advice. It says go into the autocorrect settings and input SIG as an error. So it'll automatically replace it with your email signature so you don't have to type that out. Instead of just setting up a signature in the email client. So, in summary, basically don't use the mouse if you can type, and don't type if you can possibly avoid it. For more information and suggestions for DOS/Windows 3.11, call AbilityNet on 0800 269 545. So some really good advice there. I hope you can all put this into use and avoid RSI, particularly when using a pipette or a microscope. Thanks for watching.